It's been a while. This is my getup. Flashlight, what I'm gonna use, and my two machines. I am going to be engraving this. I had to figure out the size of it, which I think it's gonna be about 3 inches wide. And I'm gonna see, maybe I can engrave it on each side. I think that will be pretty cool. This is flat, so what I'm gonna end up doing it is I'm just gonna place it down and make sure. Now this is how I set it up. This is how it's gonna be. And now let's turn on the machine, which is back here, right here. Now it's getting turned on. It is quite cold here in Illinois, so I'm hoping that that's not an issue because I have it in the garage. It's not as cold as it was the other days, and I have a heater running here today. Anyway, so this is how it looks. We've already decided on the design, so let me get the design up here on xTool. All right, let's import the image. This is in my working orders. So where is it? It is this one. It is white, but we're not gonna engrave it white. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create an outline, and the outline is going to be of 0, and that is just gonna trace the design. It's almost the same thing as tracing, but what I find with tracing, it sometimes creates more things on it that I really want. Like, it creates different layers, and I don't need that. I'm gonna engrave everything together, so this is just as good. Now I can just delete the design that I had first. All right, here it is. Now I'm gonna connect it. So it's pretty cold, it's 4 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna connect my laser to my computer and be right back. All right, now that everything's plugged in, I plug them in with the USB cable, so that's just me. You can do it with the Wi-Fi. I don't do that. So now we're gonna go here and connect this one. Connect device. This one. Switch. Okay, now that this is here, I've been pretty successful with the parameters that are here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, which is more xTool materials. I'm just gonna look up glass. Glass, search. Okay, not the one I wanted. I guess it's this. So this is the power that it suggests. We'll see for scoring. I want to engrave, so I'm gonna do this and select engrave. This is what it should be looking like. So right now what it's doing, it's refreshing to get my image. I'm gonna shut the door here. It's not coming out right there, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to here, aim measure. I'm gonna aim it right there and see if it gives me a better picture. So I've never engraved with the riser bed. You know what? Process on slats. I forgot this. I'm gonna process What is it? I guess with the base plate removed. See if it makes a difference. Let's do the distance again. Aim measured. I'm having issues, so let me figure this out and get back. All right, I figured it out. I had to put up here base plate removed, and then I framed my jar. Now that's done. I've got the settings for engraving 20, 140, and 180 lines per minute. It is recommended that when you're using a CO2 laser to use soap, dish soap. So I'm gonna use this one. I'm just gonna place a little bit. I had already started, so, and I wanted to get this on video, so I made sure that I didn't put everything. So then I'm just with a brush. You can use your fingers, but of course I am not gonna be using my fingers to do this. So just spread the soap around, and now we're gonna wish for the best. I am not a big fan of how this looks right here. It looks a little bit slanted and odd, but I'm just gonna go with it. If it doesn't turn out the way that I wanted, I'm gonna go back to how I used to do it with my S1. But right now we're gonna try to do it the easier way, which doesn't require much work but some Dawn dish soap. So let's go with that. All right, I closed everything. I put my computer up here. It's plugged in because it's dying, and the temperature has risen to 9 degrees Celsius. So I'm hoping that works, that helps. So now we're gonna go to process. It says it's gonna take just 2 minutes and 9 seconds. That's pretty fast. Let's start. Oh, first I had to press start up here. Now let's press start right here. And let's see how it happens. Let's bring this side. Okay, I can see the design a little bit. You can see it. The jar is moving a little bit, so I'm gonna have to figure out a better way to have it on there that it doesn't move as much. As you can see, it's starting to shake a little. This is, however, a much easier process than to use my S1. With the S1, I have to coat the glass with black and then engrave it, and it's a whole thing. It takes a really long time. This literally has taken me total 8 minutes and 43 seconds, 44. So engraving something like this, it should take about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna pause it and show you how it ended up. Okay, it just finished. So this is how it looks when it's done. As you can see, it did engrave fairly well. So I'm gonna remove it from here, take it inside, and see how it looks. Wash off the soap and see how it looks. All right, it's finished, and this is the final product. Look how nice it came out.